I don't mean to brag or anything, but Dillon over here is a freaking celebrity at this point. Yeah, his reels are popping off right now.
Speaking the truth.
Yeah, well, we're going to speak the truth today. And
That's what I heard.
We might get canceled for it. This might be the last podcast. This might be the last Take It Down a Notch podcast when the pitchforks and the torches come out and we start getting chased down the street.
We may not be able to publish, but we still gonna talk.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I'm publishing all of it.
Yes.
I don't know
we
how
still
long.
gonna talk.
I don't know how long it's going to stay up.
We ain't the only ones talking about it.
That escalated quickly.
You jumped up a notch.
It's not a fight. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure.
You need to take it down. You really need to take it down a notch.
Let's just start off by rewinding the clock. Like, let's go back to the cancel culture years, the Me Too movements, everybody getting ripped apart on what they're saying, walking on eggshells, doing this, all the stuff that people are choosing to do with their bodies and everything. And it just seemed to be okay, even though 20 years beforehand, they were all, being prescribed medication because they were mental illnesses.
Yeah.
And then it became okay. Everybody was nervous that it was going to be the way of the world. And I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I said it so many times. We were at one end of the spectrum. They're taking it to the other end of the spectrum. Eventually, it's going to come back to the middle because it's just like what Miley Cyrus did, this is a weird connection to throw here, but Miley Cyrus was a Disney Channel star, Then she came out with like Wrecking Ball and all that. And it was like, whoa, what a total flip flop. But where is she now? Right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's literally like she did it to just get rid of the Disney Channel narrative so that she can be where she wants to be, in the middle. So I knew society would correct itself eventually, and people like you and I never lost the way we thought about it. We just decided to keep our opinions to ourselves because there was no point in just starting arguments constantly with everyone. I don't know if you felt that way.
Yeah.
I felt that way. I just kept to myself. I was like, you do the crazy, whatever you want to do. I'm going to do my stuff that you think is crazy. And maybe someday we'll be able to just squash it and have a beer around a bonfire and just call it quits.
And that's a lot of how guys are. Like guys are usually like that, but nowadays you don't know if they're a guy, if they're a girl, if they're both, if they're one. I don't know. But either way, if you're arguing without reaching a conclusion, you're wasting time.
That's a good point.
You're wasting breath.
Yeah. Speaking of arguing, we're going to have a lot of that.
We're cutting down too many trees for you to be talking that much. Just shut up. Save the oxygen for the grandkids down the road.
Seriously. Well, maybe that's what it is. We're cutting down too many trees. They got oxygen.
Man, something like
these
that.
These people in the cities, you never know. The majority of what seems to be the insanity is taking place in the cities. So no trees, less oxygen, more smog. Maybe they're oxygen deprived. And these people are like, there's a physical reason why they are insufferable to be around.
We got to come up with some reason.
Oh, man. It's all right. So I want to go back even further than the cancel culture. And I want to go back to when we were kids and when our parents were kids. I just saw an interesting reel. It said if kids were to go back to the year 2005.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's like a kid that wakes up and his dad is like, get out of bed. And he's like, I don't want to. And he just grabs a belt.
Bam.
And he's like, jumps in. I don't want to say abusing children is okay because it's not. I'm not an advocate for like beating your kids by any means. But I was raised with a firm hand. That fear of consequence, not my parents, consequence, was what bred my respect for authority. And I'm not trying to say I'm a sheeple. I just follow authority, whatever it tells me to do. What I'm saying is it crafted me into being a good person. So I didn't have to worry about authority. You know, I see
First line authority you really come across in your life is your parents, if you're blessed enough to have them.
Yeah, exactly. And we came from a generation close enough, and our parents came from a generation where our parents were raised by World War II vets and Vietnam vets, and they fought in wars and no internet. And if your car broke down on the side of the road, you don't got a cell phone, fix it yourself, or you're hoofing it. That was one end of the spectrum. As the generations went on, now we're in a spot where a lot of those kids that were raised by those generations resented it. So they're the opposite way. And they're like, oh, well, how do you feel, honey? You should express yourself. Meanwhile, the kid's throwing a tantrum and like ripping food off the shelves and throwing crayons at him in a restaurant. We were at baseball practice the other day, and this young mom's got a younger sibling, somebody on the team, has a rock just banging on the bleachers loudly. And they're like, oh, well, why don't you just try? No, hold on. Well, just try this. And then you know how bleachers are ribbed? She was like, well, no, don't bang it. Why don't you try this? Going back and forth on the bleacher. I was getting ready to turn around and be like, you have to stop. This is so annoying. How do you not understand? This is bothering everybody around you. So that's the other end of the spectrum. But I think the overwhelming majority of the people out there now are starting to realize that we got to find ourselves in the middle, because no, beating your children is not okay. But also letting your children run the show, 100% not okay. You are the boss. They are the child. That's how it works. If eventually you can become friends down the road, that's great. But your number one job is to make sure that person isn't a total screw up and can contribute to society like a normal human being. You know? Oh man, that was a good rant. I feel better. I feel better already.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those. Yeah, you earn the right to be your kid's friend.
Exactly.
Later in life.
Yeah.
You got to earn that, because if you try and be their friend from the get-go, you're going to be playing catch up on being a parent, and it don't work like that.
And then your kid's out of the house. They think they have more right to their own life than you do when they're 17 years old. Drugs, alcohol, making bad decisions, getting pregnant young, and boom. And you have such a tight window to make sure your children aren't horrible. And if you don't, again, I'm not saying like be breathing down their throat, but teach them what proper actions and rewards are all about. It's like, oh, you having phenomenal grades? You are starting on your baseball team in high school? You know what? Let's get you a car. That way you can get yourself to practice. You can get a job. You can go make some money. There's nothing wrong with that. But people I feel like they lost sight of all of that. It's horrible.
Yeah.
The overall theme is, I feel like people are just being too fragile with their children. They're raising them like porcelain dolls.
Walking on eggshells.
Push them around a little bit.
Yeah.
Let them get their knees scuffed up. Like, come on. There's nothing wrong with it. You got a pile of bricks in the backyard you need moved? Have your 12-year-old do it.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. Bricks don't weigh that much. Do one at a time.
Make them work.
Yep, make them work. One of my favorite videos to see. It makes me mad, but it also makes me laugh. Those videos where the younger generation says stuff like, I can't come into work today. It's like, oh, well, what's wrong? Are you sick? No, I'm not sick. It's like, oh, okay. Are you in the hospital? No, I'm not in the hospital. Okay, why can't you? Did your car break down? No, I'm just feeling very overwhelmed. I think I need a mental health day.
I wish.
I
wish.
That's what Saturdays and Sundays are for.
Oh.
Those are your mental health days.
Ain't even.
Come on. A mental health
That's what graduation day with your kids is.
Dude,
mental health day.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I laugh every time because it's such an preposterous excuse in my brain. You know, it's just like,
I need a mental health.
It's like, what did you just say? Could you imagine? Like, I think back to being a kid. If I said to my dad, like, Dad, I can't split wood today to heat our house this winter. I need a mental health day. My dad would be like, you better get your ass in the backyard right now and start
We
chopping
never
that
heard
wood.
mental and health in the same sentence ever.
And for the record, Bud, my father and I, awesome relationship. We build cars together. We're best friends.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a small piece of me growing up where I was absolutely terrified of him.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's respect.
I mean, it's one thing to come, like, if they're coming downstairs for breakfast in the morning and they're, like, shaking, like, nervous about what they're walking into with you, that's, like, not the right kind of...
Yes. No, that's not
like,
the right
fear of your parents that we want. We want, like, if you're doing something you know you're not supposed to be doing and you're looking over your shoulder wondering if we see... That's the kind of fear we want.
You know,
Yeah.
You know when you're doing it right? When your kid asks if they get in trouble and they ask to call the cops instead of your father... You're doing it right.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, don't tell my dad. I'll just go to jail.
That's it. That's it, man.
But the whole mental health excuse, dude, that's just like, I'm not saying I don't believe in mental health. Yes, it's important for you to
obviously, there are some people that suffer from it.
Yeah. I know, like, listen, yeah. We're getting to that.
Yeah.
We're getting to the specials. I'm not saying I disagree with keeping track of your mental health. I think mental health is very, very important. I do think a good thing that came out of everything that's happening nowadays is the focus on mental health in men specifically, because it's not a very common thing to be open like that. Boys just roast you. That's part of being a guy. You just roast your friends, you know? But there is I'd like to think that everybody's got somebody where they can, like, they would know if it was a serious thing. Like, you're seriously approaching them, asking for help. But for the most part, guys just like to absolutely eviscerate each other when it comes to... It's just funny, dude.
Dude, it's...
It'll never get old to
He's
me.
got the thickest skin when it comes to how we talk to each other.
which is, I think, important moving on in life, because to excel up the ladder at a career or anything like that, you got to have some thick skin, boy. You know what I'm saying? That revs me up. It's also like Child Protective Services.
Yeah.
Yes, wonderful system. Got to protect the children, have to protect the youth. There's a lot of bad stuff going on out there. They're there for a reason. They're there to protect the kids. I'm not saying they aren't. But if I was ever, like, helping split wood or mowing the lawn or cleaning the house or anything like that, and I looked at my parents, I was like, I'm going to call CPS if you keep making me work. That thought never even crossed my mind. I was helping the family. I was doing things around the house that needed to get done.
That's nowadays, whether it's kids or adults, they're too worried about themselves and their feelings and everything. There's not enough worry about other people and how what you're doing affects them.
Yeah.
And how
Very
they may
self-centered.
benefit. Yeah, it's such
Yeah.
a self-centered society.
Very
nowadays.
self-centered, because, I mean, think about it. Like, when it comes down to, I know I keep bringing up wood, but it's just what I'm thinking about because it's getting cold again outside. You're a kid. You live in that house. You benefit from that heat. Your parents are working hard to put food on the table for you to eat. They're not asking for anything in return for any of that other than just help. And there's nothing wrong with that. My gosh. But the other thing that makes me laugh, other than the mental health excuse, when overused and used for dumb reasons, just like lazy reasons, in my opinion, just people want to be lazy. The word triggered.
Or overstimulated.
Overstimulated.
Yeah. What?
Well, what a smack in the face to the people who actually have PTSD. Yeah. And they're like, I have PTSD. My dad asked me to mow the lawn too many times when I was a kid. It's like, no, that's not PTSD.
You just wake up in today's world and it's overstimulated. Like,
well,
there's no.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very overstimulating world with the internet and social media and everything. So I do agree that for people who have certain predispositions of like ADD and stuff like that, yeah, you could definitely be overstimulated and triggered. But I'm talking about like people getting pulled over in a car. Cop videos, love cop videos. I'm going to reference cop videos a lot. Like young teenage girls getting pulled over in a car. And they're like, could you roll the window down, miss? And they roll it down this much. No, miss. Could you please roll the window down so I could talk with you? It's like, I'm very triggered right now. This is very triggering. And I'm very scared and in fear of my life. Okay, listen, he's got a body cam on. His car has got a body cam on. You probably have your camera going. What are you in fear of? especially if you didn't do anything wrong. If you didn't do anything wrong, you got nothing to
Fear of my life over a traffic stop.
Yeah, that it just gets me to no end. And then they wind up getting pulled out of the vehicle or handcuffed or this or that. And there's nothing wrong. No warrants, valid driver's license, registration, insurance, everything's good. They were just speeding, or
You're on your way with a piece of paper that you're probably going to get dropped as long as you go to the court date. Like, what?
You shout out Legal Shield. You get Legal Shield and have them go fight it for you. You don't even have to show up and they no points and you got to pay $150 fine.
Nuts, man.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so let's move on to cancel culture. I think there's a fine line, as there is with everything in life, just like confidence and cockiness. There's a fine line. I love somebody who's confident. It's awesome. Mm-hmm. If you're confident in what you do, how you perform, the knowledge you possess, if you're confident, I love it. I think this person, in my opinion, embodies the whole confidence and cocky line very well. Charlie Kirk, God rest his soul. That guy was just an intelligent guy. He had a lot of confidence. To some people, he came off as cocky. But if you did any research on anything he spoke about, he was always spot on. Yeah. He was very factual about it. If he didn't know it, he was the first one to say, I don't want to comment on that because I don't know that much about it. Yeah. And then he would move on to something else.
Yeah. It's easy to be confident if you're knowledgeable.
Yes.
But that's the thing. Nowadays, people aren't knowledgeable.
Yeah, they just like to assume they know everything and do no research about it. It's pretty awful. But the fine line I wanted to address with cancel culture is the difference between holding somebody accountable and doing it just to basically have a witch trial.
Yeah.
It's like if you're picking on a comedian for something they said 15 years ago, when the whole world was different, the whole landscape of pop culture.
You got to go back.
Just to find something.
To find dirt on somebody, you're wasting time. You're digging. You're looking for trouble.
Yeah. And listen, everybody makes mistakes. And I'm not saying what they said was a mistake. What they said was socially accepted at the time. And it was funny. And the social acceptance changes so rapidly, especially in today's world. But that's a witch trial. Yeah. That's a witch hunt. You're just like trying to find something.
You're looking for a target and spraying.
Exactly.
That's it.
Accountability, totally different. Mm-hmm. Holding somebody accountable for just being a straight up jackass, that is fine. Yeah. I have nothing against accountability because it goes back to what we were saying before. Just trying to create worthwhile human beings. Yes. People that will contribute to society. People that won't run this country into the ground, because I'm looking around at the people that are being raised right now. And if they're in charge of this country 30 years from now, we're screwed.
It is something to worry about as a parent and potential grandparent down the road, great grandparent, whatever it is, just the generations after us. Mm-hmm. It's not making me very confident.
No. And I want to say the shift in mindset has officially begun within the last 2 to 3 years. I feel like it really, there's a lot of people on social media that are coming out and just speaking the truth. Like they're just speaking their mind. It's stuff's ridiculous. Shout out to one of them, and he's super controversial, but I have an absolute blast watching his reels and shorts on Instagram. Duke Gomez.
Oh yeah.
He rides dirt bikes too, which is how I originally found him. But he just he blows apart these videos. Like
just his face after he'll show a clip and he's just sitting in his car just like,
yeah, what the fuck? Just looking like, are you what? And he always does the hashtag this gen sucks because and again, I understand pop culture changes, but what people are obsessing over and the younger generations are doing, like
going back to digging, they dug up a lot of stuff on rappers and artists, bands that have been together for God knows how long. And you're going back and making them either change their name, apologize for their lyrics, and all that just so they can be accepted in this generation. It wasn't made for your generation.
Yeah, it was
made in a different generation where they didn't care. You're soft and you're sensitive and you're fragile, which is why you have the crappy music and movies and social media that you can watch now.
Yeah.
Leave ours alone, because I want to be able to go on Spotify and listen to my very not give a crap music when it was released, and not have to worry about, someone sitting there saying, will you issue a public apology for line 17, word 3 that you said back in 2004 before I was born? It offended my father's sperm.
Oh my God.
What?
And that's the thing too. And the hoops that people jump through just to find how it affects them. It's like nobody cares how it affects you. The world's not about you. Like you were saying, the whole self-centered thing. Every time somebody is attacked by this specific group, some specific groups, that you know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. There are certain specific groups that just seem to, they usually drive Subarus, and they just really like to attack people for no reason. It's the truth though, dude. Listen, it's the truth. But I wonder how
stereotypes are a thing, man.
Dude, I wonder how Subaru's sales are doing nowadays.
I don't know.
Anyway, they dig for a reason. And it's funny too, because sometimes they'll argue and argue and argue, and then they'll finally realize, this is actually a good point. I could use this. You see it on their face. You see the mindless argue. Yeah, but blah, 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 blah. And they're like, here's something I could say. It's like they don't even really believe what they're saying. They're just doing it to get a rise. And they always have to film it. If you truly care about something and are speaking your mind, the last thing you're going to think of is pulling out a camera, because you're passionate about it. You're talking about something you care about. If you're immediately like, I got to pull my phone out and record this so I can put it on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram so everybody can see that I'm making a good point. It's
you
like,
hit the nail on the head.
You're fake.
With something you said like a few seconds ago, and that's getting a rise out of people. That's all they want nowadays, is to get a rise out of people. You know what will shut someone down in a heartbeat quicker than anything? Ignoring them. Ignoring them. Like, if they're trying to get you fired up, the best thing you can do is ignore them.
Oh, that's funny that you say that, because do you remember what our parents used to say that about growing up?
Oh, yeah.
Bullies.
Yeah.
How do you deal with a bully? Ignore them.
Yeah. Like siblings, if siblings are driving, I told it to Rena and Jace, earlier today or yesterday, I was like, just ignore them. Ignore her. Like, walk away.
It'll do one of two things. It'll either really fire them up, which in my opinion is a win for you, because you're taking the high road and you're making them agitated. So it's a win-win. Or it'll make them leave you alone, which is also a win.
Make them realize it wasn't that important.
Yeah. It's funny until you just said that, because think about it. We're talking about the certain specific group of people. This is one of the groups out there that, in my opinion, is just trying to get a rise out of everybody. Dave Chappelle likes to so eloquently refer to them as the alphabet people.
Yeah.
Until you just said what you said about trying to get a rise out of people and just ignore them. I mean, technically, it basically is a roundabout way of saying they're just bullies. But yet they're the ones that are screaming,
who feel bullied.
But the majority of the other side of the aisle is literally like, can you just leave me on my land with my guns and leave me alone? Like, I live here for a reason, and I just don't want to be a part of whatever it is that you're doing. Like, live in your cities, breathe your crappy air, pay your high taxes, ride mass transit. Just leave me alone. I'm doing what I want to do. You do what you want to do. I don't agree with your life. You don't agree with mine. That's a good part about America. Everybody doesn't have to agree and hold hands, but just leave each other alone. There's no point in just.
They need to decrease self-service and increase the supply of mirrors in this society. That's mirrors. Exactly what needs to happen.
Yeah,
People need to quit looking through a screen at others and look through glass at themselves more.
Yeah, some people out there that are riling everybody else up, I look at them and a comedian just said it recently, and I laughed real hard at it, was Do you ever notice that this is we're whatever, here we go. This is going to be, I mean, we're going to agree on it.
I mean, the ice was cracked as soon as we hit play. So
it's going to fire
let's just
people
shatter
up,
it.
dude.
Come on.
Dude, this comedian said, do you ever find it weird that the people who are advocating the most for women's rights are the ones that look least like women? Mm-hmm. I know a lot of women that are like, I wish this bitch would just shut up and stop making it worse for the rest of us.
Like, what?
Just people looking for a way to steal the limelight. They just want their 15 minutes of fame, you know?
Yeah, if you're not being affected directly, and I tell the kids this too, I was like, if you're not in harm's way, if you're not being hurt, if someone else is not being hurt, I'm not talking about feelings, like physically hurt.
Yeah.
If there is no harm, there's no foul. Mm-hmm. Then leave them alone.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a right as human beings. Like, I'll be honest, I don't care what color your hair is. I don't care what sex you claim to be. I don't care what of 72 different genders you are or whatever. If you're getting absolute crap beaten out of you and it looks unjustified,
yeah,
I'm going to say something, step in. I mean, I'm disabled.
We live in this country for one reason: freedom. Mm-hmm. Freedom is taken away when someone hinders your livelihood and they're harming you. Mm-hmm. They're keeping you from being able to access the freedom of your speech or freedom to eat what you want, drink what you want, do what you want. If they're getting in the way of that, yeah, address it. Yeah. If they're not, and it's just you don't like the way they do something, but it has no direct effect on you, shut up.
I know. I know. And it's unfortunate that you bring that up because I would like to mention that there is a line. Like you and I are pretty average-minded individuals when it comes to sanity, I would like to think. So when we talk about freedom of speech, we know that the speech we're talking about being free with is just common sense and should be common knowledge. But there's an important thing that we should differentiate here, and that is when you cross that line of freedom of speech and it's like defamation, inciting a riot, stuff like that, that's no, absolutely not.
Yeah, but a lot of times people they're starting something around a situation that has no direct effect on them, but they're addressing it in a way that has a direct effect on the other person. Like they didn't hurt anybody or hinder anybody in what they did, but the way you're addressing it is hurting and hindering them. Right. It's like apples and oranges.
Yeah, it's the difference between a peaceful protest on a sidewalk, holding up signs and screaming
a
what
witch
you
trial,
believe,
like you said,
and it's standing in the middle of the road, hindering traffic. And that's the thing. I think people are starting to lose the understanding of what our forefathers started this country for. You know, like there's freedoms here, but a lot of people are just taking it way too far. And the whole sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me. That's almost out the window at this point because people are turning words into weapons that are very, very dangerous weapons. And anybody could be doing that on any side of the political aisle, any side. Like, I'm not saying I agree with every politician. There's a lot of crooked politicians out there, you know, both sides, period. It's just, if you get into politics and you're worth $400,000 and you serve 8 years and you're worth $4 million, something's wrong. That's wrong. That should not be a thing. You don't get into politics to get rich. You shouldn't. You should be getting into politics to help the people around you. It's a very trying time in the country right now because people are just losing sight of sanity, in my opinion. Not everybody, select groups. I think the fact that minority groups are controlling the world that we live in is wrong. The whole point of a democracy is to, vote on things. You may not win every single time.
Freedom amongst the groups.
Yes, but right
to make
now,
a joint effort decision. Now it's just if you don't believe in what we believe in, then You don't belong here. Like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah, and it's like the smaller groups that make up maybe 15% of the population or less, they're the ones that are very toxic. And the rest of us just don't want to deal with the toxicity, so we keep our mouths shut and let them run amok. Mm-hmm. And that's wrong, man. That's just wrong. Like, they should be held in check. There's got to be those fine lines, man. This episode, maybe we should have called it The Fine Line.
Fine line.
Because there's a lot of fine lines. Okay, moving on. This makes a lot of sense with what we were just talking about. Addicted to being offended. Right?
Yeah.
Could you, I think that's such a great way to put it. Like, it's almost like everybody out there is trying to find the next thing that's offensive. Mm-hmm. They just keep, like, they'll find one, people will blow it apart and say, no, this, that, and the other thing. Then they'll move on. They'll find the next one. They'll move on and find the next one. This kind of ties into it. I want your opinion on this. I was talking to my mother about it because I still talk to my mom. I love my mom. She's the best. She's an absolute sweet woman. And we were talking about Martin Luther King, and we were reflecting on society as a whole, really, and in today's world. And I wanted to ask you this question because I feel like we're probably on the same page here. Do you think if Martin Luther King Jr. was still alive, because one of the guys that was on stage with him just recently passed away. So my mother and I were like, isn't that crazy to think Martin Luther King Jr. could have still been alive today to see all of this? Do you think he would have agreed with, like, the Black Lives Matter and, like, how extreme and aggressive it all was? Because the guy was all about just everybody being equal, right?
Yeah. The parameters and society that he was involved in his time versus what that movement was centered around during its time, two completely different messages they're trying to get across. So no, I don't think he would have been an advocate for that versus the advocacy he put towards just freedom of that culture.
All of us
back in the day.
Yes.
Like, that's what he was fighting for, was freedom. Mm-hmm. It feels like nowadays, no matter if it's that movement or another group, another culture, piece of society, whatever, they're fighting for entitlement.
Yeah.
Like,
that's it. Okay. That's a really good way.
I don't care whose toes I'm stepping on right now.
No,
you're lying. You're lying if you can look yourself in the mirror and say this society is not entitled.
Yeah.
Like, it's everywhere you look. Everywhere somebody wants some form of entitlement. Heck, you and I probably at some point in time during our day-to-day lives or weekly, monthly, whatever it is, we fall victim of entitlement. It's just a part of today's society. Like, everybody is looking for it. And it's just, if you're fighting for that, that's a self-centered battle.
Yeah, I agree.
Whereas what he was fighting for was truly, I mean, himself, he was involved in it, but it was truly for the betterment of others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a tough, obviously we are white, so it's tough to go. It's tough to go down
white.
It's tough to go down the path in your brain, to try to relate to people who are of a different skin color, because you never truly will be able to relate to them, and obviously I was in the comfort of a conversation with a loved one, and so we could have the open dialogue back and forth. But it was still difficult to sit there and try to think, am I thinking of this insensitively, or am I coming from the right angle? Because just everything that man tried to do for his race of people, his group of people, wasn't to tear another group down. It was to just put all of the groups on the same playing field, And like you said, two different social cultures at two different times. But the conclusion we came to was we both agreed, because there's a lot of people out there that you can dive down the conspiracy rabbit hole quick with BLM fast. And it can get pretty dicey when you follow the money. And because that's what everything nowadays is corrupted by, is money, which that's not new. That's been going on since the beginning of forever. Greed just corrupts man. That's just how it is. But it was hard for me to try to make sure that I was thinking about it the right way, you know. But I think you put it very well. It's different, but at the same time, I think I can confidently say, and I think you would agree with me, that I don't think he would have been on board with just the way the whole thing was handled.
Lil Wayne said it best. A reporter asked him, like, when all that was going on, like, his thoughts on Black Lives Matter, and he was like almost oblivious to it. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, what are your thoughts on it? I mean, how do you feel in this whole movement? He's like, I'm living proof that Black Lives, I wouldn't be who I am right now if Black Lives didn't matter. Like, I'm multi-platinum artist, like Hall of Fame rapper. Like, I matter. I've mattered for some time now. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I know. So, it was
no, he would. I would say no.
Maybe the message of safety. I think he would agree with the message of safety.
Oh, yeah.
Safety of his people.
Because that is something for the betterment of others.
Yeah.
That is something you can argue about that helps other people.
Yeah. But they blew it out, man.
Yeah, they blew it out in a way that it just shouldn't have been.
No, it was wrong. It was wrong. And I'm not saying that I don't agree with
they were trying to reach an end goal that was not fully centered around the betterment of others.
No, they were trying to reach an end goal, line in their pockets, dude.
Yeah,
like, ugh. Anywho,
follow the money and see what. Yeah.
And you know what? It's a shame too, because of the people that truly believed in fighting for equal rights through that movement. They associated themselves unknowingly with a group of people that didn't really care about the message as much as they cared about how they benefited from the message in a nefarious way.
Yeah.
So, addicted to being offended. One other thing I wanted to touch on, because we're going here, man. I can't have this conversation without touching on this topic. Pronouns. Yeah, I know, dude. We got to do it. We got to do it. I think it's silly that we have to even address this because it's just dumb. I'm not. Oh my gosh. See, here's the thing. I'm going to second guess everything that comes out of my mouth talking about this.
I'll say it. If you can't write a paper for your school, your class, your work, whatever it is, and use the correct pronouns and pronunciation in that essay, then you don't need to be going around telling people what your pronouns are. Like, that's just like...
Yeah, no, you're right, dude. Like, seriously.
9 times out of 10, the people I have met personally. So I'm not just looking at stuff on my phone like a lot of you are and making my opinion about it. My personal experience with people that associate themselves with pronouns, their intelligence level is shot. Like, they're not... I can't have a conversation with them about anything.
Their logic and rationale is just out the window.
It's like I'm talking to a child.
Yeah. Well,
honestly, like I can't be an adult around them and have an adult conversation no matter what the topic is, even if it's sports. Like, there's an offense that they'll take to it in some way, shape, or form, or they'll spin it in a way to where they're offended by it, or something's not right about the organization because they're stepping on their toes or someone else's, and then they bring up their pronouns, and I'm just like, dude, shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. You have a name.
I will
use your damn name.
Just use your name. Yeah, that's a good one. There is obviously the overwhelming majority of the people that I see that decide to make a big deal over pronouns, they side with the insanity of it. In my opinion, it's just insanity. But I have seen very few, and I'm sure there are a lot more out there that are of this opinion, but they just don't care to be public about it because they don't care about the public. They're just okay with being comfortable with who they are. I was watching a podcast, shout out to I think it's called the Whatever Podcast. It's a guy that sits at a table. He's got a whole panel of like people that come in usually women, and they usually know absolutely nothing. Like he'll just ask them simple history questions, math questions, stuff like that. But he had a transgender person on there that I believe was male transitioning to female.
Mm-hmm.
And the subject of pronouns came up. And you know what that person said? I'm a guy. I know I'm a male. I am a biological male. Like that's just what I am. I just am transitioning to be a female. I'm more comfortable that way. And the guy goes, okay, well, what are your preferred pronouns? And she goes, I don't care. He, she, whatever. See, it didn't even matter because she was like, I don't care what you call me.
Yeah.
Okay. That person.
Thank you.
That person clearly, I don't think has any mental health issues. I think they just feel more comfortable as a female and that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
People have been cross-dressing since the beginning of forever. I don't think you should mutilate your body over it, but it is what it is. Like I can't stop you from doing it. I can have my opinions, but I can't stop you from doing it. But the people out there that are doing this to their bodies and making these decisions as young people, man, dude, like they're not old enough to rent a car. How could you let, as a logical thinking adult that is in charge of keeping your children safe, how could you possibly think it's okay to let someone make a decision like that at such a young age? And how do medical professionals ethically even do it?
Until someone's paying taxes on their own, you ain't making that decision for them, in my opinion.
I know a lot of...
If they're dependent of an adult, like, no.
I know a lot of morons that pay taxes.
That's a decision someone... That's not a decision you can make for somebody else.
I really don't think it... I mean...
It's not.
What's the problem with just being a feminine guy or a manly girl? I've met plenty of people that they grow up and they like, a girl likes wearing t-shirts and basketball shorts and hanging out with the guys. And there's whatever. So what? Why can't you just do that and be happy about it?
Yeah.
You know, I think that the whole...
Oh, I have a daughter. I really wanted a son. I'm going to make them go through a sex change. Like, no.
Oh, well, dude, that's the whole grooming thing.
No.
We're not touching that this podcast. No. Maybe one day we'll go down that path. That's but
stupid.
We have a mutual friend that left a school district because teachers were grooming children in elementary school.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
No.
That ain't
happening.
Oh my gosh. I'd go to jail. I'd go to prison. I think I would go to prison actually if that happened. Like, I'm not a violent person. I've never been in a fist fight in my life. But if I were to find that somebody was doing that, oh my gosh. I know a lot of different ways to make a car engine explode and you'll never even know I did it. Your life would be absolutely miserable first before anything else happened. But anyway, we need to move on.
Yes.
And we need to lighten it up a little bit. So let's talk about Karens, how much they suck. Dude, Karens suck. And sorry for the Karens out there. I actually know a few of them that are not Karens. They just got saddled with that name.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. We're going to refer to these people as Karens because that's just the common name used. But you can be a sane Karen. Not saying you can't. I think it's ironic how many people are actually named Karen and they come out with like blue bob cuts and yelling at people and everything. But one of my favorite things to watch are cop videos with Karens.
Dude, I love it.
Cop videos with Karens.
Ignorance is bliss.
Well, I just like the entitlement. I especially like the cop videos where they can immediately be proven wrong. It's like, no, you don't have the authority to do that. Yeah, actually, I do.
Yeah.
Like sovereign citizens are like the Karens of society. I don't know if you know what they are, but they're basically people that just believe that even though they live in this country, they don't need to abide by our laws.
Yeah.
And
it's not what we meant by freedom.
Dude, there's one cop that he calls his supervisor because the woman won't roll the window down, claiming sovereign citizen, yada, 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 speeding, no license, unregistered vehicle. It was a whole thing. And the supervisor finally gets on scene. He walks up to the window. He goes, roll the window down. I want a supervisor. I am the supervisor. Roll your window down. I don't feel comfortable rolling my window down. Please provide me with your identification. I don't have to do that. I'm a sovereign citizen. Ma'am, if you don't give me your identification, I'm going to break this window. I don't have to do that. He didn't even break it with a baton. He reached in the open window with both hands and ripped that window out of the car, shattered it, unlocked the door, opened it, and pulled the woman out right onto the ground.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like, ignorance is bliss, but what's even more bliss is watching someone who thinks they know get proven that they don't.
Yeah, I mean,
especially in cop videos.
Yeah, I've encountered Karens plenty, especially when I was younger. I mean, I'll admit it. Sometimes it was justified. I'd be riding my quad where I wasn't supposed to be, or, hanging out behind a building that I shouldn't have been at. And you get a neighbor or a person that's like, I'm going to call the cops. You guys aren't supposed to be there. And it's annoying, but justified. I was somewhere I shouldn't have been. I was making noise I shouldn't have made. I was trespassing, allegedly.
Here's my thing. That woman, say it went the way she wanted it to go.
Which woman?
The one you just talked about in the video.
Okay, yeah.
Say it went the way she wanted to go, and let's just say that way was they leave her alone. It's like, oh, okay, all right, ma'am, be along your way. Cool. Someone is trespassing on her property, like threatening or whatever, like enters her home, like invited and trespassing or something like that. Mm-hmm. Cops show up. They pull the same card, sitting in a car outside the woman's house, like, I'm, such and such, like whatever excuses she gave, she wouldn't care. She would want them taken care of. Like,
oh, it's a double standard.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, huge double standard.
So
because
stupid.
There's a rapper, Tom McDonald. I don't know if you ever listened to that guy.
What a form.
Yeah, Old McDonald. And one of the things he says when the whole defund the police thing happened, which another topic, I'm a huge advocate for police. You want to defund the police? Fine. You know what he says? Call the cops and order a pizza. See which one shows up first.
Yeah.
You want to be protected, and yet you want to make it so that there's no cops anywhere because you think all cops are bad because there are some bad cops. Well, guess what? If aliens came here and judged us all on these freaking entitled Karens or stupid Subaru owners, then they'd burn the whole planet alive for a few dumbasses. But the rest of us are fine. You know what I'm saying? Don't put everybody on trial for the mistakes of a few.
Yeah.
It's stupid. For those of you out there who have been listening up until this point and you share the opinions of Dillon and I, first of all, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you have some comments you want to leave about your thoughts, please leave them and we'll read them. And if we like them, we'll get back to you. If not, just have fun being a keyboard warrior. If you ever want to brighten your day, have a good laugh, go on YouTube and watch Karen videos with cops. It is so much fun.
So much fun.
Every single time.
It is.
The best is when it's just absolute insanity coming out of that person's mouth.
Yeah.
And a cop is like, you know nothing. And I know the law, so you're going to jail now. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. And it's like,
you can tell, they just heard something in a conversation or heard something in a video prior, and they're just seeing if it'll work on them at this point. And it's like, no, not going to work.
Actually, Code 14 of Article 53, Paragraph 4, it's like, that's a Canadian law. You're in Arizona. You're an idiot. Like, that's not going to work. Oh, my gosh. It is incredibly fun to watch Karens just lose it. And the best is when someone's losing it and the opposing person, whether it be a cop or just another person on the street or somebody like an employee of a business or anything like that, like Karen's freaking out at fast food joints. And the person behind the counter is like, we're not going to do that. And the Karen's like, and the guy's just like,
when they start getting like physically freaking out, it's hilarious.
Yeah, throwing French fries and stuff, and the employees are just like, I don't get paid enough to deal with this.
Yeah,
like, go ahead, throw your
next.
fit. I really don't care. We're talking about kids and sports and stuff like that. How do you feel about participation trophies?
I don't.
You don't feel or you don't like?
I don't like. And I don't feel because the few that got passed out when I was growing up ended up just getting tossed. I mean, earn it.
Earn it, dude.
Yeah. What do we need a trophy for? Saying you were a part of a team for a month.
That's
or
not
2
how it
months.
works.
Like, who cares?
If you don't win, you don't
you
get a
got
trophy.
Debbie cakes and chips after each game. Like, that's enough prize.
Yeah.
You win a home run derby or you finish first in the state on your stat line, whatever it may be, or you win a championship.
Or
Get trophies and medals.
most
But
valuable player. You
trophies
came in
are
and
when you
got
win
that.
something.
Yes, like plaques, I can totally understand. Like I rolled a 300, I got a plaque. I rolled a freaking 300.
Yeah.
I got a plaque and a ring and a bowling ball. Yeah, you don't get a plaque and a ring and a bowling ball because you completed a season. That's
Yeah.
not how it works. And honestly, if people did, it would piss me off because I'm trying really hard.
Yeah.
to
and
be
if multiple
great.
people, like, I've got 3 trophies for this, and I think they're the only trophies where someone else received it as well at the same time as me.
Okay.
And it was all state honors. Like, I played a whole season and finished on the all state team.
Yeah, you should get something
But
for
other
that.
players got it because they earned it. Okay. Every other trophy I have that I keep that my kids get to see and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I was the sole recipient.
Right.
It wasn't,
No, but that's
Daddy played for, Tom's Used Cars back in 07.
He got a
Wow,
participation
what a great
trophy.
team. Yeah, we
Yeah.
went 1-3.
Yeah.
Like, what? No.
No, I'm really not a fan of it. I was not a fan of it before the kids were in my life. And I'm even more so not a fan of it now because I think it breeds complacency. I think it teaches kids that as long as they're not the worst, they're fine.
No, it teaches entitlement.
And entitlement.
Like,
yeah.
to expect something just for doing it. Mm-hmm. No, that's not how the world works.
No.
Like, there's plenty of stuff you, me, and probably almost all of you watching and listening, whatever it is, there's plenty of stuff you do on a daily basis you will not see a reward for. You will not get a pat on the back. You will not get a thank you or anything like that. You just do it.
Yeah. And if you're special enough to be able to feel like there are people out there, and for a lot of the things, I'm one of them. Like when I complete a task, or like I like puzzles. If I finish 1,000-piece puzzle, the reward is the accomplishment of finishing it. I don't need recognition. I don't even need the puzzle to go up on a wall. I don't even need to keep it. It just feels good to start and finish a project that takes time and it takes effort. And that's great.
They need to take the money they're putting into all these damn participation trophies and just have a pool party.
Yeah.
Or something with the
Ooh,
kids.
pool party. I like that idea. But see, I mean, if you go through a season, kids are playing baseball and softball right now. You go through a baseball or softball season, the reward at the end of the season, if you don't win, is the fact that you should have gotten better over that season.
Yeah.
That's your reward. Take it and go to the next season and be better. Because why? Why even do it if you're not trying to get better, progressively get better? You know? So participation trophies,
Bleh.
so stupid.
Nope.
I'm 100% very much against them. I think we should do away with them. I think it's okay if kids cry because they don't get a trophy. Yeah, honestly, I think it's a good thing that they do because it shows they care. If you get to the end of a season and you don't get a trophy and it makes you upset, you should, as a parent, you should look at that and go, okay, so next season, we're going to try harder so that you don't have to feel that again.
Yeah.
You use that and you remember that when you don't want to get up to go to practice, when you don't want to do an extra 100 swings, when you don't want to do this and you don't want to do that, you remember that feeling and you remember how much you don't want to feel it again. And then you go do what you got to do. And it's not just sports. That's a lot of different things. But I mean, come on. That actually goes all the way back full circle to what we were talking about at the beginning. Like, put the effort in, try. Why is this such a difficult concept? It makes me feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Like, come on.
People are they're fragile.
And then
sensitive.
you bring it up to the wrong person, and it's like you ruin their day and hurt their feelings, and now they have to take a mental health
Poor
day
thing.
from work.
Mental health day.
Mental health day.
Take your mental health day, like and subscribe.
Go through our videos and watch them all. I feel like we
Decompressed.
dude, that was decompression for me. I did a lot of rants. Sorry about
nice.
that. I did a lot of
I had
rants.
to get some of that out.
To go from talking about movies to talking about the Bermuda Triangle and the Nevada Triangle to talking about all this stuff, I love it because this is just my brain on average.
Yes. Welcome to it.
Yeah, maybe we should have just called. What did we decide we were going to call the one podcast? Just scattered.
Yeah.
Just
Scattered.
That's just our brains, dude. Anyway.
Don't bring a script.
Yeah. Nope. I kind of like that though. So we're going to cut it here. Thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate it. Or watching if you're on YouTube. Again, we drop shorts of our episodes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have new full-length episodes every other Friday. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You could Audible, Amazon, everywhere. You can find us. Just search Take It Down a Notch. We'll come right up. Leave some comments. Let us know what the next ridiculous thing is you guys want us to talk about. Let us know how much we royally pissed you off. I'd love to see it.
Please.
It'll be hilarious. If you're angry and you want to let it out, you go right ahead, buddy.
No matter how pissed off you're going to be, we still going to be at your mama's house on her smart TV, no matter what app you use.
Yes. All right. Well, anyway, have fun. Take it easy. Contribute to society for the love of God, please.
And your retirement plans?
Yeah. And your retirement plans. And also, please make little human beings that also contribute to society. They are our future, and we don't want a bunch of
We don't want to raise them for you.
I'm so glad I said that word. I'm going to bleep it out, but you know what I said.
Yeah.
You know what I said.
That escalated quickly.
You jumped up a notch.
It's not a fight. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We gotta keep our composure.
You need to take it. You really need to take it down a notch.
Oh, I needed to
Thank you for that.
I need to sneak that one in
That
there.
was
Just one
good.
last little woo. Listen, if we're going to get canceled, we're going to get...
That's the way to do it.
I want to get fully canceled from everything.
Oh.